William Shakespeare's All's Well That Ends Well defies easy classification, earning the title of a problem play due to its refusal to neatly fit into the categories of comedy or tragedy. The narrative revolves around characters beset by seemingly insurmountable problems, yet it ultimately concludes on a positive note. This play made its debut in Shakespeare's First Folio, a comprehensive collection of his dramatic works, in 1623. It was penned sometime between 1604 and 1605. As one of the world's most renowned playwrights, Shakespeare's works continue to be a staple in classrooms and theaters worldwide. The story unfolds within the late Count of Roussillon's palace, where his son, Bertram, receives a summons to the royal court. The king, plagued by grave illness, is gathering his courtiers around him. This departure leaves the countess in despair, as she faces the prospect of losing both the men she loves and being alone in the palace. Bertram longs to console his mother, but his heartache lies elsewhere. Helena, a young woman of humble birth and the orphan daughter of a once prominent physician, was taken in by the countess. Unbeknownst to the countess, Helena harbors deep affection for Bertram, despite her awareness of their disparate social standings. The countess yearns for Helena's father, believing that his presence could have cured the king and ensured Bertram's stay at home. Helena resolves to follow Bertram to the royal court, armed with the medical knowledge inherited from her father and hopes of winning Bertram's love. While the king's own physicians express doubts about allowing an untested young woman to attend to the king, he recognizes the possibility that she may be his only hope for recovery. However, the stakes are high, for if Helena fails to cure the king, her life will be forfeit. In Act 2, Helena, driven by her love, is willing to take the gamble. When she successfully heals the king in Paris, he offers her a reward, a marriage to any man of her choosing. Naturally, Helena selects Bertram as her betrothed. Despite Bertram's reluctance to marry her, the king, bound by his promise, compels Bertram to fulfill Helena's desire. Helena comes to the painful realization that Bertram will never return her love, and she regrets their marriage. Bertram, in a bid to rid himself of Helena, sends her back home with a promise of a future reunion, even though Helena knows he has no intention of keeping that promise. Nevertheless, she is relieved to be away from him. Once Helena departs, Bertram confesses to a friend that he has no intention of going back home. Instead, he plans to escape to Italy and extends an invitation to his friend to join him. Meanwhile, when Helena returns home, she is met with the countess's anger over her son's abandonment of Helena and defiance of the king's wishes. The countess recognizes Helena's virtue and beauty and believes she deserves better treatment. She is not concerned about Helena's social status, rather, she despairs at her son's belief that he is superior to others. Bertram, in a letter to Helena, explains that he will not return home until she has left and that he won't acknowledge her until she carries his child, a condition that is, of course, impossible. Having endured enough humiliation, Helena decides to run away and plans to disappear during the night. The countess is unaware of her intentions. Later, the countess receives word from Helena, stating that she has embarked on a religious pilgrimage. She instructs her steward to inform Bertram of this and implores him to come home now that Helena is gone. Her goal is to reconcile the couple and have them honor their marriage vows. Word reaches the countess that her son is prospering in Florence, where he has distinguished himself as a capable soldier. However, she cares little for his success and longs for his return. Eventually, Bertram comes back, taking part in a procession through the streets. Helena sneaks into the crowd to watch him, concealing her identity as a pilgrim. During her time with a widower and his daughter, Diana, who are happy to accommodate her, Helena learns much gossip about the unhappy count who was forced into a marriage he did not desire. Now, he has returned because his peculiar wife is no longer with him. Helena keeps her identity a secret and inquires of Diana how she came to know such details. Diana confides in Helena, revealing that Bertram is pursuing her romantically. In due course, Helena discloses her true identity as Bertram's lawful wife. She offers to assist Diana in winning Bertram's affections if that's her desire. To facilitate this plan, Helena proposes to feign her own death, allowing Bertram to marry again. In return, she requests a dowry to secure her own future marriage prospects. Diana, though initially disinterested in Bertram, agrees to go along with the scheme. Meanwhile, the Countess subjects Bertram to humiliation for his behavior, and he pleads with the king for forgiveness. The king grants his forgiveness, yet he harbors concerns that Bertram may have harmed Helena when he attempts to wed Diana. Diana's mother brings Helena into the picture, and the king is overjoyed to see her alive and well, understanding that they have orchestrated a ruse to teach Bertram a lesson. Bertram, realizing the error of his ways, vows his love to Helena and earnestly seeks her forgiveness, though he knows it may not be granted. Helena, satisfied that Bertram has learned humility, forgives him. They are joyfully reunited, commencing their marriage anew. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.